Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMahon here for the Tuesday morning trade with Paul. Glad you could be here. Today is November 3rd, Tuesday, November 3rd. It's election day. So if you haven't already, let's get out there and vote. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become financially independent. We do that by teaching you how to currency trade using our proprietary indicators, and we are so confident in how well our indicators perform and our ability to train you to use them. We have a guarantee, and that guarantee is we will let you trade company money once you've been trained, and eventually you'll have the opportunity to trade up to $100,000, keeping 80% of what you make. So with that, let's get into the day. First thing first, let's do the disclosure.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange and futures trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Boy, that guy's kind of negative, huh? All right, let's go through our daily trade routine. I use a checklist every day to kind of make sure that I am doing the right things. I start by just making sure that our charts are live and we're connected. This little green box up here shows me that our chart is live, and this little green box down here means I'm current. So if I were to go back in time, it becomes red. I would go back in time if I wanted to back test a signal. We've got dozen signals, but every once in a while somebody sees something new that, hey, when this happens, and before we start trading on something like that, we want to go back and back test it and make sure how accurate it is. Review of yesterday's trade. Last week we took two trades. One was a thick orange line trade. One was a 10-point trade. On our sessions today, we're going to primarily work with the 10-point trade. So it's kind of one of our bread and butter signals. Very, very accurate. And then we'll follow up with a quick scalp trade if it's available using the thick orange line trade. But we have a variety of signals today. We're just going to use two. So last week we had two winning trades. Fundamental analysis. We are technical traders. We do not trade on news. In fact, we want to, if we know that there is a news item coming up, we want to trade around it. We want to not be holding a position because we don't know how the news is going to impact it. To take a look at the news, we go to Forex Factory. We go to forexfactory.com, and it gives us a feed of items that may impact currency, and it breaks it down into three items. A yellow item is low impact, an orange item is we got no orange items today, but you can see one down here is a medium impact, and a red item is high impact. And as we scan through the list, what do we see? We have a high impact item today. Today is the election. So on days like this, we don't know what the news is going to be and how it's going to impact and when it will impact. So your best bet is to stay on the sidelines today. We're going to take a look. We'll do the analysis and see if we see something. But on a day like this, I would stay out of the market, and I'd probably even be a little cautious tomorrow because we don't know what's going to happen. So with that, we'll do our analysis, but we're going to keep this in mind that the election may have a big impact. Now we will get into our technical analysis. Two things that you may or may not have remembered. On Saturday, we turned the clock back an hour. When we turn the clocks back an hour, we need to adjust the clocks in our green charts. To adjust the charts in our green charts, you are going to right-click anywhere on the chart, bring up chart settings, go to chart settings, and you want to change this number from 21, which is for daylight savings time, to 22. So you're going to change both of these numbers to 22. You're going to click apply, OK. Then you're going to go to file and save. All of your charts ideally are linked. So when you change one, it should change them all. If your charts aren't linked, then you're going to need to have to go in and change all of these. My charts are linked, so if I change one, it changes them all. If you didn't catch all of that, this is recorded. You can go to the YouTube channel and then just rewatch it and see how to do it. Just one more time real quick. I'm going to right-click anywhere on the chart. I'm going to go to chart settings. I'm going to go to the session times. Under daylight savings time, this should have been on 21. We're going to change it to 22. End time 22. Some of you may have 0100. I've got 0010. I don't really quite understand what the difference is between the time. When I learned it was at 10, so I just always keep it at 10, and it seems to work pretty good. So, but there's a little lag in it, and it's either a minute or 10 seconds. I always go with the 10 seconds. So with that, let's go and see if we have any trades. And we are going to start by using our composite chart. This composite chart has 6 different currency pairs on it, all for a 1 hour chart. We're going to use the 1 hour chart to see if the initial signal exists. If it exists, then we're going to spend a little bit more time doing a little bit more analysis to figure out how many pips is it worth and whether it's a good trade right at the moment. So euro dollar, the 10-point trade, basically we are looking to capture. We're looking to capture all the lines moving in a certain direction, and we want to get at least 7 out of 10 of the lines moving in that direction in order to take the trade. So I start with the majors and minors, the middle section here. The red and green lines are the major indicators. The black and gray are the minor indicators. I want the starting situation to be overbought, where we're above the blue line, or oversold below the blue line. If we are overbought, I want the lines pointing down. I do not have that here. I want to catch it when these guys start to turn down, and then I'm going to ride it through the channel. I don't like to take a buy trade when the lines are overbought, because one of the reasons is I do not know how much how much more up movement we have when we are overbought. But you can see here today, the line turned here. This was 6 hours ago, because this is an hour chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, is that 5 hours ago? 6 hours ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hours ago. If we were to have taken this trade, even though we were basically overbought here, you had almost a 60 pip run. To me, I just assume take the smaller pips and the higher percentage trade. But here we're looking at on the pressure. You can see pressure was up, red was on top. Pressure as it's moving each hour. What's happening to the line? It's getting steeper. A steeper line means a better trade, and all of a sudden green is kind of crossed over and is on top, and we're getting this big push up. When red crossed over here, crossed back over, we didn't get much of an up push, and it's still going up. When this goes up, what does that mean for the dollar? The dollar's getting weaker. It's taking more dollars to buy a euro, because 1 euro equals $1.17. So here, I don't like anything. Let's erase the lines. Pound dollar oversold. Excuse me, overbought. Everybody's going up. I want these guys. I want the majors and minor lines pointed down. I don't have that here. Australian US dollar overbought, but all the lines are going up. USD CHF oversold, lines going down, just the reverse. So we can see dollar, Swiss franc, Australian dollar. These are almost reverse images of each other. Reverse images, reverse images. Dollar yen overbought, going up. Dollar Canadian oversold. I got the minors going up, but the majors aren't. They're going sideways. Got this bend in the line, so we don't have that good up move. So nothing across the board here. Now some of you may be saying, hey, look at this big up move. Maybe I should take a sell. Do not take a sell. Do not take a sell. Wait till the signal tells us the sell is there. Biggest rookie mistake. So, hey, it's gone up a bit. It's going to retrace. I'm going to get something out of it. Just wait for the signal. Wait till it turns down. Because, you may have thought that here. You may have thought that here. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. It's not coming back. Wait till, don't predict the predictor. Let the signal tell us when it's going to come back, and when it does, we'll take the trade. Until then, we'll just wait. So let's go to our second set of 6. On our second set of 6, these are primarily non-USD. So we may have a little bit more luck here. Euro pound, we are oversold. Everybody's going up. Majors are going up. Minors are going up. They've already entered the channel. We've got good steepness here. In fact, we've got a little kink in the line that happened last hour where the steepness increased. So I like that. And we haven't quite gone halfway. We're just about at the halfway into the channel. If it's below halfway, I will consider it as a trade. So I got 3 points here. The 2 orange lines are going up. The 2 blue lines are coming down. When blue comes down, that means up. So I've got all 4 signals here telling me buy. Now, usually the thick blue line is the last to turn, and it has already turned. Usually we'll get 3 out of 4 here because the school bus hasn't turned around yet. It is coming down. Now the question is, do we have enough, because this is turned, are we going to be able to get all the way through the channel? So let me take a look at the pressure, the third section of the signal, to see if we have enough here. We've got down pressure with red on top. Now the green line is going up, but it's on the bottom. So the lines are converging. And when the lines converge, that's suggesting that this is going to turn. I'm going to see what else is out there before we come back to this. We've got down pressure, but the green line has turned and kinked here. So ideally, I'd like to see the green line over the red line with this kink. We don't quite have that yet. It looks like maybe in the next hour we'll get it. AUD, JPY, overbought. Everybody's going up, so nothing there. Euro Canadian, oversold. Everybody's up, and we're kind of just past the halfway mark. Because we're past the halfway mark, I'm going to hold off. AUD, NZD. So the key is I'm looking for opportunities where we have the key is being able to have that high accuracy rate. To have that high accuracy rate, I've got to wait and pick my spots where I want to take the trade. It's not important to take a lot of trades. It's important to take trades that win. So I'm looking for that high percentage trade. And because I'm going typically for 10 pips, I need to have the signals in my favor. If I was going for 3 or 4 pips, I could trade off of a kind of a less strong signal because the move isn't as much. AUD, NZD, we are overbought and kind of still going up. NZD, USD, overbought. Minors are coming down. Majors haven't committed. They're going sideways. Euro, AUD, oversold. Minors going up. Majors going sideways. So nothing here. So our second 6, we haven't found anything yet. So we're still looking. Our third set of 6. Australian Canadian dollar overbought. Everybody's going up. And this kind of looks like what the US looked like before. So nothing. Swiss franc yen overbought. Everybody's going up. We have notice this here. This is what I call the duck bill. So here's the duck bill. You can stick an eye in there. Usually, when I see this on the majors, that means we've got more upcoming. We've got more upcoming. Again, I don't trade on that, but if this were on the euro dollar, which I trade frequently, I might take a few extra pips here if I saw this. Euro yen overbought. Majors are starting to turn, minors are still going up, so nothing. I want all these guys pointing down. Euro, pound, Australian dollar oversold, majors coming down, minors going sideways, so nothing. NZD, Swiss franc. We got good steepness here, but we're more than halfway. If we were able to catch this, oops, who's calling me so early? All right, let's see. NZD, Swiss franc. Had we caught this here, steepness change, it's starting to come down. We could have What is that? That's only one pip. Oh, that's nothing. All right, looks like a bigger move. So nothing here. And CAD, CHF overbought. Everybody's coming down. We're not halfway, so I've got 3 points here. So let's go up and take a look at the TNTs, the 2 orange lines coming down. That's 2 more points, the 2 blue lines coming up. So I got 4 points here. I want a minimum of 3, so I've got everybody here. 3 here in my pressure. I've got green on top and up pressure. Green on top and up pressure, and this was like one we looked at before on the second chart. Green has gone flat, but it's on top, so we don't have the pressure in our favor. So today I don't like any of these. Don't like any of these trades. Not enough to take a trade. Let us see. Let us see if we have a thick orange line trade. On a thick orange line trade, this is one of our simplest trades. We basically are just focusing on what the thick orange line is doing. Thick orange line is kind of the fastest of the indicators. It's giving us the quickest information, if you will. And the scale of this line is this number here. And when the line is as high as it can go, it is at 0. When it is as low as it can go, it is at minus 100. So right now we are, so when it is at 0, based on how we've scaled it, that's saying, hey, we don't think there's any more up in the movement. And when it's at minus 100, it's as low as it can go based on our scale. That's suggesting that we don't believe there's any more down in the movement. But to get that high consistency, I want something else to confirm it. So if I see a 0 or minus 100 here, I'm going to look and see where my major and minor lines are. And if I'm at 0 and these lines are above the blue line, that's a sell signal. If they are minus 100 and the lines are below the red line, that is a buy signal. And I want to take this right before the top of the hour, ideally when there's less than 5 minutes left in the hour, and it's good for 5 pips off of a 60-minute chart. So minus 83 isn't close enough. Minus 95. So it doesn't have to be exactly minus 100. It can be within 10 points of minus 100. Minus 95 is within 10 points of minus 100. So I've got part A of the signal. So this is telling me I don't see that there's much more down in the movement. To confirm that, I want to see these lines down here below the red line. They're up above here, so I don't have the second part of the signal. Minus 81 isn't close enough. Minus 21 isn't close enough. 0. 0 is 0, so that's good. I've got part 1 of the signal. Part 2 of the signal is all 4 lines are overbought and well overbought. So USD JPY is a candidate for a 5 pip sell. So I've got both parts of the signal. Let's go ahead and take it. So pull up my chart. Going to go to trade. I'm going to find USD JPY. I am going to click new order. If you don't have this chart up, you're going to go to file, new chart, and you will find it. USD JPY. I've already got it up on my tabs. I am going to click new order on the second row here. Check my symbol is correct. USD JPY, my volume. This is a demo account. It has $7,800 in it. So to figure out what my appropriate lot size is, I am just going to move the decimal place over 4 spots. So if I move this decimal place over 4 spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 0.78. But since it's 0.789, I'm going to round up and take a 0.79. So this is a sell trade, market execution, so sell by market. It records the trade right under the chart. I click anywhere along it, it highlights it. I want to now tell the broker where I want my stop loss and take profit to be. So I right click, brings up this menu. I go to modify. This trade is worth 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. I click put in 50 there. I click copy as. This trade is always worth 5 pips, and based on its accuracy rate, we're going to use a stop loss of 4 to 1. So it's going to be 20 pips. If I click on the red, it puts the number in here. And because it's for such a small amount of pips, I want to make sure I get my full 5 pips. So if I'm at 0.74, I'm going to go down to 0.69. 69, you go to 694. Modify. Everything looks good. And the stop loss actually is right above. I like right where it is because it's above where it's traded at in the last 5 days. So we will wait on that. Let's see if we've got any more. And USD JPY minus 24. Nope. Let's go to the next group. Minus 14, not close enough. Minus 59, not close enough. Again, I'm looking for 0 or minus 100, or within 10 pips, or within 10 points of that. Minus 28, no. Minus 80, no. Minus 78, no. Minus 30, no. Nothing here. Third group, minus 69, no. Minus 24, no. Minus 35, no. No. Minus 100, yes. Part 1 of the signal. Now to get part 2 of the signal, I want to see all of these lines well below the red. They're in the middle of the channel, so I don't have it. Minus 76, no. Today, all we saw was one 5-pip trade. It was on the USD JPY. We can wait. Some traders on this trade like to actually wait till the top of the hour when the clock changes. We've got 2 minutes and 6 seconds left, and they want to see the thick orange line number change by 10. I've found enough success with it as long as we have all the lines well above. And you can see, we go back, last hour we had a 0. See right here, if I go back, it was at 0. I had the majors above, but the minors weren't quite there yet. So this wouldn't have been a good trade last hour because I didn't have everybody kind of going above. Then we got a little bit more shoot up. Now everybody's up here. All the lines are well above. So I'm going to expect a little rebound when this hits, when this gets to 0. So let's we'll hang in here a few minutes and see if we get this extra that extra piece of confirmation. But this trade is good. I would expect this trade to close within the next 1 to 3 hours. Any questions, comments? We'll hang in here another 42 seconds and see what happens at the top of the hour, just as for confirmation. So again, remember, if you haven't adjusted your clock on your charts, you need to adjust it, and we adjust it by right-clicking, going to chart settings, and I'm going to change this from 21 to 22 on both. start time and end time. And then remember, after you've changed it, you got to click File, Save to for it to remember. And we got -6. -6. Ideally, we want to see this as -10. So this is going to take closer to 3 hours. 3 hours to turn. It is coming down, but I didn't get as much of a bump as I would have liked. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. We're here to help you, as you said, become financially independent through currency trading. Our interests are aligned. So whatever help you need, just reach out, and we're here to help. Thanks so much. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.